Okay, brother mans and sister women, today we're gonna be talking about the one thing you don't want others to know about: your envy. So you've just gathered up at the town hall to see your friends, all right? Everyone's pulling up with their horses and you're quite proud of your own ride, a humble brown horse. Yay! However, you look around and no one's paying you any attention. Everyone's looking other ways, and so you try to see where everyone's turning towards, and it's none other than your own friend, galloping forward on his gallant, vigorous red steed, decorated with the finest of metals. You try to hide how your mouth is practically watering here. However, you're not actually happy to see him. You're actually kind of angry, maybe even a bit frustrated. You're annoyed that all these people are happy and celebrating your friend right here, your own friend, and you're not even happy for him. This is envy. Envy is the feeling of discontented or resentful longing for someone else's luck, qualities, or possessions. It can be a friend, a stranger, or even someone on social media. I'll be honest, I've dealt with envy recently, and this is why I want to show you how to overcome this darkness. But first, let me share with you a story from when I was in high school. I've shared with you many tales before, and just goes to show that DB was a bum in more ways than one. At this time, I'll be honest, I wasn't the greatest at making friends at school. Most of my friends were at the skate park, but I was like, let me grow closer to my school friends, all right? So I remember one day, I'm just skating again at the park, and some dude and his girl just stroll up and watch me skate. The problem was, I was half naked, sweating my butt cheeks off in the heat of day. Like, jeez. Yo, it was the wildest thing. And guess what? The next day I go to school and that same dude is in my group. Like, yo, what the heck? So we had to work together on a project. It was the most awkward interaction, but luckily, after a while, we became friends. Thing is, I remember one day seeing one of the guys in the friend group just flirting with some girl, and for some reason, that made me envious. Like, I wasn't even interested in dating at all, but just because they were happy, I was like building up some resentment. Like, I don't even know what's going on. And I remember I just go walking in the room, like in the class, and just because they were like laughing, they were making jokes, having fun, I was getting envious towards them. See how corrupted this mindset is? If I just identified my envy and was wise, I'd just go join them. How am I gonna be friends with them if I'm just trying to avoid them because I'm angry that, they're having fun, or envious that they have something that I don't? Like, these lies, these negative thoughts, they're just in your head. Let me break down this envy, because when you really look at it, it's tied to selfishness, which means it's false love and a false sense of belonging that you're going after. And to be honest, that means you're just a filthy leech. You just want to take, and you never want to give anything. If you remember 1 Corinthians 13, verse 4-7, then you'll know that love is not self-seeking. It also straight up says that love does not envy. So if you've reflected enough to understand that you're envious because you want something, you just want to get stuff from a relationship, then you have no friendship or belonging at all. You're just in it for yourself, and that is not love. To be truly loving means hanging out with your friends and providing value to them. As soon as you start to expect things, that's when bitterness starts to grow. That's when envy starts to develop, and it's gonna weigh you down. So to destroy envy, we need to have zero expectations and instead come with love to outpour to everyone. Remember, envy is trying to stop you from having real friendships and relationships. When you really listen to your flesh that's trying to tell you to hate your friends and try to take them down, the only thing you should be taking down is the flesh. If you see your friends happy, then be happy for them. If you see them laughing at a turtle, then smile and laugh to yourself. Don't hate, just celebrate. The success of others should bring you energy, not resentment. And remember, you don't need to have what they have. It's not love if you stop loving them just because you don't get anything in return. You've really made it when you can stand outside alone in the rain, looking through the window to see others having a fun time and actually being happy for them, even if you're not even with them, because you have the greatest gift of all, the love of God and the intimacy with Him. You can't beat that. When we become selfless, we no longer care about receiving anything. When we develop a servant's heart, then our goal is to just serve others and put others before ourselves. When we cultivate the fruit of the Spirit, then our love becomes unconditional. We become more tapped into the source, which is God. And how is envy going to grow in that garden? You need to change your mindset. As soon as an envious thought appears in your mind, remember what I said in this video. You're going to smile. You're going to be happy for them and genuinely mean it. You're literally going to smile and laugh. Because when does envy become a problem? When you let those thoughts fester in your mind like maggots for a few hours or for a few days. If you smile and laugh when those thoughts come in, then you kill the envy right at its root and it can't grow. You do this enough and it's going to become second nature for you to be loving and happy for others. So from now on, let's be the ones who are excited and happy for everyone's wins. Like, hey! Let's be the ones who encourage and compliment people, make them feel good, have their backs. And even when we don't directly share in their achievements or successes, we can still sit back and smile, maybe even shed a tear, knowing that when they're happy, we're happy. There's no need to cause any trouble, no ruckuses, all right? You can sit back and watch them, enjoy that with them, knowing that Jesus is right there beside us. And this, man, you don't even have to say any more words. This is joy. This is transcendence of the flesh. I know how restraining envy can be, especially when all those emotions are bubbling within us. It's hard to just stop comparing ourselves to others. It's hard to stop building that resentment towards others. But we need to stop envying, and this might be hard. You might need to let out a primal scream or rip or run in the night or just cry. But when that tear drops down your face, keep waiting. And when that tear hits your chest, tell yourself that you can trust God with the rest. Maybe not having what others have is really a problem for you. But can you trust God that He will provide for you when the time comes? Can you trust Him that His love, His presence is enough to satisfy your every need right now? Can you trust Him with that? And that's it for this video. Look, I really hope that you enjoyed this one. I think some of this stuff really changed my life and my relationships, and I hope it'll be the same for you. But I get how envy can be really difficult to stop. So I think you're definitely going to want to watch this one on how to manage your desires. But that's it for me. Just remember, if anyone then knows the good they ought to do and doesn't do it, it is sin for them. So please kill the flesh.